Hey friends, so I've been getting quite a few questions lately about trimming dogs' nails, so let's talk about it. One of the biggest questions I hear is which nail trimmer should I use? And first off, I want to say this is my personal opinion based on my experience, not scientific fact, and it's just whatever has worked best for me over the last several years. Now, with that being said, personally, I am not a fan of the guillotine-style nail trimmers. They're the ones where you slip the nail through the little hole and it squeezes to cut it. They're definitely not my preference, and I find them very limiting and just uncomfortable because you're essentially making one straight cut and you don't have the same control over shaping or gradually shortening the nail. I just don't like them, not a fan. Instead, I prefer these large scissor-style nail trimmers. They are sharp, durable, and they make trimming thick nails much easier. More importantly, they allow me to maneuver around the nail and trim exactly where I need to, rather than being restricted with those guillotine type ones that are just a single cutting motion. And that extra control helps me take small amounts off at a time, helping to gauge where that quick is and to create a smoother nail even before I have to pick up any type of dremeling tool. Now for smaller dogs or the dogs that their nails are overgrown and kind of growing into the paw pad or curling into the paw pad, I prefer to use these scissor style nail trimmers, and these are actually for cats. The cutting blades on these are much smaller and they're easier to position in those tight spaces in between the paw pad and the nail so that I don't accidentally pinch or nick that paw pad and make them bleed. And now while they're not designed for larger dogs, they can be incredibly useful for delicate situations. Now, do I actually use a Dremel tool? Absolutely. My normal routine is to clip the nails back first and then use the Dremel to kind of round out the edges and smooth out the nail. Now, if you have a very patient dog, you can totally use a Dremel tool and grind down those nails without having to clip first. However, I have found that trimming them first significantly reduces the amount of time I need to spend with the Dremel, which makes the process quicker and less stressful for the dog. Now, if you're a professional groomer, you may have more time during your grooming appointment to rely primarily on that Dremel tool, and that is perfectly cool. That is totally fine, totally valid. And again, this is simply what just works for me, so keep that in mind. So what I use is this actual Dremel brand Dremel tool, and I've been so happy with it. It's a lot quieter than a traditional Dremel, and it actually has the little guard, this little plastic guard on there that keeps me from getting too close to the paw pad so that the little Dremel wheel doesn't cut the paw pad, and it prevents me from getting too close where I don't hit that quick. I absolutely love this. Now, if you found any of this information helpful, make sure you follow me on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram for more pet tips, tricks, and educational content.